What's up, Community Center gang? It's Celestine. Today we're in the Forest Lounge and we're going to teach you how to use the projector and the laptop that we've been kindly given by IT to replace the broken projector in the Forest Lounge. So this is for workers and maybe clients are coming in and want to use a room but don't know how to use a projector or don't have their own or don't have a speaker. So we have a speaker too and a laptop. Yeah. So if you need a projector or a laptop, we're going to have this bag that says Epson on it in the cabinets by the building attendant desk. So when you walk in to Shannon's desk, Sabrina's desk, building attendant, and then the inclusions people, there's gonna be two cabinets on the ground on top of each other. The bottom one is gonna have this projector and another projector in them. On the left, usually they're like laying down, sometimes standing up. That's gonna be this bag. Next to them is gonna be an extension cord. So you're gonna have the prongs, and then the, what's it called, male and female, I think it's called. And then a laptop. Now this laptop, when I said you walk in, to the left is the building tenant, to the right is inclusions. This laptop is gonna be in the overhead cabinet at the inclusions. So this has been kindly gifted by IT, shout out my boys. So when you open this bag, there's gonna be a ThinkPad by Lenovo in it and a charging cable, which you should probably plug in or else it'll die, and HDMI. Now that HDMI is short, but thankfully in the projector bag, when you open this, you have the projector and a longer HDMI cord if you need that, because some people I know will sit in the corner of the room and have the projector over here, so they might need a longer cord, but hopefully they just bring their own. And then also in here is the power cable to the projector, male and female again, and it is pretty short, which is why we have this extension cord to go along with it, because again the projector will be in the middle of the room and the nearest outlets are going to be in the corners. Cool. So if we take this out, we have the lens, we have a stand that comes out as you press this button in. There's all the ports on the back, so the HDMI is here. The other one that's really old is there. I don't know if you'll need that. Maybe if you have a very old computer with you. There's also a USB and a MIDI and some audio. So this would be for microphones. And yeah, here's where the power cable goes. Then this slider right here will change the image horizontally. Here's the focus, and then in the corners on the back, you have these stands that'll roll and scroll if you do need to change that. So I'm just gonna tighten these all the way. Cool, so we can set this up right here. And then the laptop. So with these, the charger, I'm not going to plug it in, that's too much work, but we do have the HDMI. So HDMI port goes straight in here. In the back, it'll say HDMI right in the middle, just like that. And on the ThinkPad, maybe you can open it to make sure you're on the right side of the laptop. The HDMI is going to be on the left side. On the right side, right there, it'll say HDMI. Bang. Just like that. Cool. And then for the projector, we have male and female again. So the female is going to be on this left side right here. Plug in just like that. And then you can take your extension cord Plug it in just like so. And take it to this outlet at the corner of the room. While I'm at the corner of the room, I can explain that we have this table that will usually be in that closet on the far side of the room. People like using this instead of having it on their meeting tables. They like to put it in the middle of the room because with this, we can control our screen. So the screen says up, stop, and down. It's to left of the windows as you walk in. So down, obviously makes you go down. You can press stop, you can go up, depending on if people want a smaller screen, I guess. And now with that, we're gonna start getting set up. So, as you open the laptop, you're gonna wanna press this power button right here. It'll shine green, it's a circle, and then the Lenovo will pop up. And if you're a worker, you're probably gonna want to set this up for a client. If you're a client, you should probably ask a worker to set this up to you or for you. The password to it is gonna be the password for PR temp. If you know that, good, that means you probably work here. If you don't, go ask someone that works here. Oh my God. Okay. And as that turns on the projector here, we have all these menu buttons. So you might think it's on because this is blue, but that's not true. There's a flashing light to the left of it where when you press a button, it'll start flashing. And that's how you know it's turning on. You also feel a heat from the front because there's an exhaust. If you feel that heat and you hear it because it's really loud, because it's really old, then you know that's on. Okay. So, remember I said earlier that there's a lot of pegs for you to try and make it even. Let's just bring that all the way out. Maybe that's a bit too high, it's fine. You can control it by just holding it down and moving it around. That looks okay. So remember I said with this meter right here, we can tilt the screen. It's not very even. That looks okay. No. Maybe like that. Yeah. And then we have the focus. Go in and out of focus. Like that. Bring it to the middle. That looks good. No, it doesn't. Here we go. It's just very blurry because it's bad. And then we're gonna have these buttons over here. So we have a menu for the settings, a source search, which is gonna be if you have multiple plugged in. We only have the HDMI plugged in. But if you did have an HDMI and this computer cord plugged in, then you can go to the source search to make sure you're on the right source. Now, pressing this W and this T will change the size of the screen, right? And then there's this escape button to make that go away. Oh. And then above and below this return button in the middle, there's these two, which will change. Is it the he and the ya? Is that the boat terms? I don't think so. I'm not a boat person. But see, now the screen is as good as you can get it at a government facility. Uh-oh. Yeah, you know what? You win some, you lose some, I think. With our other projector, there's usually like a little screw thing right here, and you can like change that to make it zoom in and out. We don't really have that on this one, unfortunately. That's looking pretty good. Now that we're all set up, you might think, oh, we're all set up, but we're not all set up. There's more to set up. So if we come to the settings tab, which you can access from the home page, you go to the bottom left, there's the start, right? You go above the power, don't turn the computer off unless you'd have to turn it back on. You go to settings, okay, and you're gonna see all this. It's gonna be very confusing. It's okay, you can search exactly what you want. What do I want? I want display. Display settings. It's gonna hit you with a bunch of stuff, right? I wasn't expecting all this stuff, so I'm gonna go back, I'm gonna go system, then I'm gonna go display. Now you can see what you're doing, because if we look at the projector, we're just mirroring what we have on a laptop. That's maybe not very useful if you want to sit in the back and watch YouTube while you have the zoom on the screen, right? So if we go on display and scroll down, we can look at scale and layout, so you can change this, and that'll make it look different on the projector and stuff. Boom, boom, boom. We can look at the resolution, which you can't change on the projector, sadly. And then you can change how you're mirroring the display. So right now we're just duplicating. We can also extend, which means when I'm on the laptop, if I move my mouse, I go to the projector. And then you can show only one, which will make the projector blank. Or you can go show only two, which will take a second because the projector's old. There we go. And then we can go back to duplicate. Very cool. Okay, now, sound. The projector does have sound, but it's terrible. So we go to sound, and you can choose which output device you have. Oh no, we only have the speakers of the laptop. Realtek is Intel. Intel is the processor of the laptop, so that's why it says that. And then you have Epson. Why does it say Intel and not Realtek? Because they got confused, the devs. So Epson is the brand of the projector, and you want to make sure it doesn't say Epson because Epson's terrible, right? I could do an example of what it sounds like, but that would take too long. So instead, I'm going to send you to Bluetooth, because we have our own speaker. So if you look up Bluetooth, you can go to Bluetooth settings. So we have a karaoke speaker. You'd have to ask the building attendant for where this is, because I don't know where this is. Is this in the electrical closet? It's in the forest lounge closet. All right. So you'll plug this into the wall. It'll turn on. If you look at the back, there's a red light. That's really cool. Here. That's how you know it's on. And then you have this power button. Circle means the circuit's closed. That means it's off. You want the line, because line means it's going, right? And then if you check this screen, it's going to tell you if the Bluetooth is working or not if you press mode. So you plug it in, you turn on the power, then you press mode. It should say Bluetooth disconnected, and that means that we can go and connect the Bluetooth to the laptop. All right. So if we look here, the only audio we have is Singing Machine, which is that, but that's not the speaker. So we want to go to add Bluetooth, click Bluetooth, and then Rockville. So Rockville is going to be the speaker. And then you get a little ding when it's connected. It's a pretty loud ding. So again, if I show that, you can remove the device. You go Bluetooth, Bluetooth, Rockville. Bang. Now I can demonstrate what it sounds like. And then on the laptop, on the left side, where you have escape, you have the sound. So mute, less, more. So right now we have it on 100. And then if you go to the bottom right of the screen, you have this, where you can change the output you're using. So again, make sure you're using Rockville, not Realtek, that's the laptop, and not Epson, because that's terrible. You want to go Rockville. And then we play.